Right, hey guys, Brian here. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to go over the 3 stocks that I've been personally making a lot of money off of. It's just selling options and cash secured puts. Super simple stuff where I go over everything that I'm doing. And this month of March, I've made over 4,200 bucks just from selling options, and that's off of a 150K portfolio. That's what I'm working with right now. That's my public portfolio that I show usually on here, but that's how much I've been making. And let's just jump right in my desktop so we can go into everything that's going on. And let's make sure I got the little numbers correctly. Here we go. So here's where we're at. My first stock is Tempus AI, and this is the healthcare AI stock that I've been following a lot. It helps do clinical trials and all these other things using AI to make pretty much healthcare more affordable and and generate a lot of money as well. Like AI influence on medical diagnosis, generating billion-dollar revenues while growing adoption reduces healthcare costs. So this is one of those stocks there's a big gap up on Friday of last week, and we're on this little way down, but I still believe that this chart is actually super bullish, where I'm actually excited about this stock as well. I don't know why my internet isn't working so nicely, but yeah, is that going to happen with all my other stocks? But here we are. I currently have a few cash secured puts at $54.55 for the end of this month, for end of this week, sorry. But I'm fine with buying it at those prices because that means I'll just buy it at 54 and 55, and I don't feel like Tempus AI is going to drop that much lower. And then I'll just start covering calls right above my cost basis. So sell a call for potentially I'll be able to get like 100 or a little less than 100 a week doing this, or if I do it weekly, I might even get like 200 bucks doing this, and 200 per contract. And of course, if I did it out like 30 days worth, you can get around like $400, which is solid as well. And I have multiple contracts of this, so I feel like this is one of those stocks that I'm going to do really well on. Tempus AI is one of those ones that I just thoroughly am looking at. So TEM is the actual stock ticker. And if you want to look at my next stock that I'm holding is Tesla. I have a few cash secured puts of Tesla, and I think I only have 100 shares left of Tesla. And my cost basis right now is 330 because I did sell a lot of mine, well, almost all of it at on the way down, so I did make a significant amount, but current cost basis is 330, and obviously we are far away from it at 272. But I have a covered call at like 285, and my cash secured puts are actually super low, like at 215. And I put them out like a month, so I gotta wait like a little bit closer before I could close them out and just make more profit, because I don't think it's going to go anywhere close to 215. Especially with this little bounce right here. Who knows? We might even see like a big V shape upward, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a slow uptick going upwards, especially that the tariffs are out. And obviously Musk says the impact of auto tariffs on Tesla is significant. So we'll see how everything's going to go with that as well. And then lastly is Palantir. Palantir is this like diamond stock right now. Everything is having this little downtrend, and it's just hovering right now. Anything below 100 to me is definitely a buy, in my opinion. But of course, I have a bunch of leaps. I also have a bunch of cash secured puts at, I think it's like 85 or 90, and I have a few covered calls at 98. So I'm very happy with these strike prices that I chose, because I'm not going to I wouldn't mind getting assigned, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get called away either. And this is like one of those darlings of the stock market, because the amount of money guys could be getting with these volatility type stocks, especially Palantir. And a lot of people said like, oh, with the funding going away from government contracts and all that. No, like Palantir is working with the government for all of these things. So it's almost like a monopoly. So Palantir is not going anywhere. I actually do think this. I was just happy with this stock being like $100 stock, but I actually think this is going to be closer to a 200 by the end of the year, as long as the VIX stays where it's at. And the VIX is actually pretty low right now. It's finally below 20 and sticking below 20. And if it's below that, to me, we're going to slowly start getting more bulls back buying in. But obviously, there's a bunch going to go on. Like, everyone's talking about recessions, everyone's talking about these tariffs. So people are very afraid with their money, which is understandable. So we are going to see a market dip for a little bit. But these are those points where you could either get in leaps if you're at the bottom of a Bollinger Band, or you can just do cash secured puts and covered calls all the way through. And you could make a significant amount of money just doing this strategy. So again, looking at Palantir, we could look at that for options right now. So sell put, if you were to make a play for tomorrow, I would actually do it for next Friday. And selling a put, I'd probably put it like at a 30 delta, 35 delta right here, 89, get $252 for about a 9-day play. If it went out 30 days worth, I'd look for another 35 delta, 88, you get $440. So you actually might be better off doing like this, like the 9 or 16 day, because you'll actually get just as much money for doing so. But obviously with doing that, you're giving yourself less time to be right. But if you're a month out, you're giving yourself more time. So it just matters on how you like to play. But for me personally, when the market is a little bit choppy like this and you don't really know where it's going, I do like to play weekly to bi-weekly options. But monthlies are great as well. It's pretty passive. And then we can look at Tesla really quick. Tesla. But these are like the stocks that I'm like honing in on a lot. So let's look the 9 days out. Cash secured put, current stock price is 269. Let's go to these sell put. I was like, those are way too high. 260s. 28 delta. 28 delta gets you $660 per contract. That's pretty. 33 delta is 262 is probably 36. Yep. Almost $1,000 for 262. That's a 36 delta for April 4th of next week. But let's also look at like a 30-day. Let's look for a 35 delta, probably that's 255, 33, 260. 260 is a 36 delta. You're going to get paid $1,600 for the month on just one contract, which is amazing. You're making a lot of money no matter what. And obviously, when you're doing the wheel strategy, and I've talked about it a lot of times, especially with a lot of the videos that I've been doing, is that when you're doing this, right, you shouldn't be putting all your eggs into one basket. Obviously, I've seen people do it. Some people like half and half. Some people do really well, some people don't. And because some people don't know how to do risk management, risk mitigation, and all that. So you have to be very careful when you do stuff like that, because if you have all your eggs in one basket, yeah, all it takes is one really bad turn, and then you're red, and you have to wait for the market to come back. But what I'm saying is, don't put all the risk on the table. Diversify a little bit. I purposely have cash on the side just in case I need to, and that's just the way to do it. Especially when you don't know if a recession is coming, you're definitely going to need a lot of cash on hand, which is perfectly fine. But obviously, for me, I think selling options is the best way to make money, because you get to make money on the way down, and you get to make even more money on the way up. So let me know what you guys think. This is just the 3 stocks that I'm looking at to make me a few $1,000s a month. And you don't even need to subscribe, because I'm sure I'll see you guys very soon. Peace. And oh, don't forget, none of this is financial advice. It's all for education purposes. Peace.